Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Just going to do a quick audio test. Hello guys, welcome. We're here at Southern National, my favourite iRacing track, I think. I think it's definitely up there. I'll just turn off the background music actually. Yeah, one of my favourites this is. Southern National. I love this place. And you'll also notice the iRacing UK logo in the top right. That is just because I've advertised my stream on their Discord server, and you know, it's kind of nice to support them, so got that in the top right, so you know, just something a little extra. They're just a community Discord. I don't actually have a code or anything to let you guys join. I think they send out iRacing PMs, so maybe look out for that. Why is this? Okay, my phone doesn't want to work today, so I guess we'll have to. I don't know. I think it's lost the internet connection. Who knows? Well, anyway, the stream's working, so let's get started. So,
pit lane speed limit is 56 kilometers per hour.
So, Southern National is quite possibly my favourite circuit ever. Now, this is actually my first proper official race on the new damage model of the street stock, so I'm interested to see how it performs. Obviously, one thing that does worry me is occasionally here at Southern National I have been known, to just tap the wall a teeny bit, and in this damage model, at least when I did it in the Tin Top Tussle round, not Tin Top Tussle, sorry, when I did it in the City Sendit round South Boston, the City Sendit has also gone down, by the way. It went down in the early hours in the early days of week 13. It went down, I think, on the third day. I think it was the end of the second day, but it went down because there was an issue with the multi-class of NASCAR Legends with street stocks, and some bug that occurred with someone not owning the NASCAR Legends. It was causing some crashes with iRacing, so that in some cases, I believe, actually needed a reinstall of the game. So I think that's why they decided in the end it would be best. What is this guy doing? This guy's being really aggressive. I actually just had to slide it around that corner. I don't know what he's doing. I thought he was slow because he started off slow. Well, hopefully, I don't know. Obviously, yeah, I haven't actually done laps around here in quite a few weeks. In fact, the last time I was here would have been when the iRacing Street Stock Series was here in like week 3 last season. So I haven't been here for quite a while, but it is by a long way my favourite NASCAR track. Well, my favourite oval in the game. I don't know why, but just how flowing it is, the way the left turns work. I just love the circuit. I mean, I'm not that quick. The thing is, the pace around here, it really depends on what time of day it is. Depending on the time of day, the lap times can vary by many, many tenths of a second. So, versus my best is not really when I want to go off. Well, that guy's just hit me. I'm just going to let him go. What you really want to go off is your best versus everyone else. And you can see right now we're actually second. So that's what's good. That's kind of what matters. You want to see where you are versus everyone else. Because given these track conditions, I think, what time is it? It's evening. I think it was afternoon when I did it here in the street stocks last time. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, depending on which server you're in, the track conditions in Oval, they do make a big difference. Track conditions, remember the street stocks also had a couple of updates as well with the new damage model, so they may have slowed it down or whatever.
The lap time was at 16.1.
I've got to remember how I drive this place. I think you chuck it into the corner, and then begin to lift. Whoa, that guy was... I did not expect that guy to be there. That's the problem with the new damage model, though. It's very sensitive. Anyway. Oh, actually, the race is starting. Right, I'll try and get my phone back up and running. Apologies if any of you guys sent messages in the chat that I didn't see. There doesn't look like there's anything. I'll just check. But, yeah, apologies for that if you didn't see. Yeah, there's nothing in the chat. Okay, it's fine. Alright. So, yeah, you can see the plan is going to do some street stocks, and it's only about a 20-minute server, like, start to finish. It's about 25 minutes, so we can do another one half an hour later, straight away, and then we're going to do some GD4s. I haven't actually practiced around Hockenheim short. I won't actually be that competitive, because I'm using the BMW, and they are going to get some BOP in for the GT4 class soon, because apparently the Cayman, since they updated it, the Cayman is way faster than the McLaren or the BMW, so they're going to be patching that soon. Hello in the chat, hope you're enjoying the stream. Oh, nice. Yeah, I tried out FS 2020 again. But sadly, again, with AI, even after the latest... Actually, not after the latest sim update, after the world update, they did. It crashed still, but I haven't tested it since the new sim update. I haven't tested it, so we'll see. Right, car number 1 in here, so we might have a decent chance. Although if that guy in the practice server was in here, also it looks like my phone is continually losing internet, so I might not be able to respond to messages in the chat, sadly. So I tried refreshing it, but it doesn't seem to make any difference. And yeah, safety rating and iRacing do actually count in this one.
The track temperature's decreasing. It's now 33.
So that's something that we want to be mindful of.
15.9.
If you hold the brakes more, that's quicker, I think.
Right side.
You quickest overall.
They're outside.
I love this track, I absolutely love it. Okay, so sadly my phone has lost internet again, so I will keep trying, but if I can't get it after this next try, I'm going to pull in now, actually. Because I'm happy with the laps I've set. I'll pull in, and if I can get it reconnected, I will. If not, we will just have to leave it, and I won't be able to respond to them. Actually, I can technically respond to messages in the chat. I can see them on my screen. I'll get them on my computer. How about that? I'll see. I'll see if my phone decides to work. There, it's back up now, so we'll see. That's the last chance it's got, though. Right. How are we doing in this server? So, car number 10. He's quite quick. He's only car number 10, but I've seen him in other races, and he's pretty quick in these street stocks. No one else I recognise. That quick guy from earlier ain't in here, I don't believe. Is he? I don't think he's in here. I'm Division 2 again for this season. I maintain my Division 2 status in 04. I don't know about Road. It hasn't revealed it, because they're not... I might have to check in the Global Mazdas, maybe. I don't know. But I think I'll be down to Division 3 in Road, because I lost quite a bit of iRacing. So I think I'm only Division 3 in there. Right. So let's get qualifying underway then. Let's try and get pole. What I would love is to get pole and then just scoot away at the front. 40 laps, no cautions. So that's what I like to do in these races. Just get out there, get a nice win in, and it's nice. That's what I love about Southern National.
You can push now. All right, Morgan. We've got
if you can qualify well,
at a decent time.
You can probably finish the race quite well. Obviously, that traffic will come into effect. It is a rookie series, this, although there will be multiple splits, because there was about 60 people that registered, so there's going to be 3 splits. So that means that hopefully a lot of the slower rookie class drivers will be in lower splits, hopefully, although they may not be. We'll probably have at least 1 rookie in it. Now, in terms of lap time, it looks like this server is slightly quicker than the practice server we're in, but it's not as quick as my best lap. We're on pole at the moment, so obviously I'm going to try and improve that lap that we just set then. I don't think we're going to do it, though. I tried a bit of a different line, and it hasn't gone well. So a 15.631, which is a pretty decent time, to be fair, around here.
15.7.
You can get into the 15.4s and the 15.5s, but it depends on track conditions. So obviously, if these track conditions aren't quite there yet, then that kind of lap time won't be possible. Now, my phone has frozen again, so it does seem like I'm going to have to abandon that. So, oh well. Wi-Fi is being tricky, I guess. My computer's conditions on. There you go. My computer's on Ethernet, luckily, so no problem. Anyway, I hope it's a good race. We've got pole actually by more than 1/10 of a second, so keep our fingers crossed. The guy that was really quick in practice has actually done a really slow lap. I don't know what's happened there. Only 4 people haven't qualified. In fact, car 3 isn't in the server, so it's only 2 people now that haven't qualified. So car 12 and car 19. So if we can get pole and we can run away with this, that is the perfect outcome of what I wanted. And then hopefully we can do the same again when I do a race at 10 o'clock. Obviously, may come into contact with some lap cars. That's going to be an issue because there's no cautions, remember, no cautions. So if there's a wreck at the beginning, that's it. You know, there's a wreck and we will have to avoid it. It's only a 16-second lap, so by the time the cars right at the back of the field cross the line, if they wreck, it's probably like 10 seconds if I catch them up, which is not really enough time for them to fix their wreck after it's happened. So hopefully we won't get caught up in any of that. Again, I haven't done any rookie street stocks in ages because I got promoted to C-Class at the beginning of last season. Actually, at the end of 2 seasons ago.
Where's all the other people from Australia? It seems kind of quiet.
And once you're D-Class, you can't... Once you're C-Class, you can't do the Street Stock Series. You can only do it at week 13 when the other Street Stock Series isn't running. Although I'm not sure whether they've changed that. I don't know. The Dirt Car Street Stock Series. I noticed the Dirt Street Stock. Looking at the schedule, you can now do that if you're above D-Class. Even though originally you could only do it D-Class or below. So I don't know whether they've done the same on the oval side as they have on the dirt oval, but
maybe
that'll be nice because I do really enjoy the oval, the rookie street stocks, particularly the short tracks. I don't like Charlotte so much because that is just that's literally a lottery. You start Charlotte and it's just luck whether you crash or not.
Oh shit!
So I don't like it.
Fine. I see one the other day. It was in like
but all the others I quite like. So, yeah, I like, because I think they go to Langley. So, Langley and Southern National, I like both of those tracks. They're lovely in the street stocks.
Down under?
But definitely Southern National. Southern National's my favourite. Right, 1 minute.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Because this really irritates me about iRacing. They give you 5 minutes to do qualifying that takes 45 seconds. It literally takes a minute tops, this qualifying. So, oh, and car 3 has connected.
Yeah.
This will be interesting. So, car 3 is in here then. So we'll see if he bothers qualifying. Again, if he doesn't qualify, that'll be really, really, really good for us because it is a benefit. Obviously, if you start from the back, remember, it's only a 40-lap race. It's really short. I mean, 40 laps is what? Like, I mean, you can probably do 3.5 laps in a minute. Probably a bit more than that. So if let's say 4 laps in a minute. So it's about a 10-minute race. Probably about 11, 12 minutes. Car 3 has set a lap time, 15.8. So we'll see what his next lap time is. Whether he improves. Typically, though, I think the first lap is typically better around here. I don't know. Again, it depends on the track conditions. It depends on what date it is, what time it is outside, the temperature. It matters a lot for these
That's the end of the
tracks.
session. Pole position.
Nice. Pole by more than 1/10. That's the bonus. More than 1/10. That means that I can start this race and hopefully pull away because I've got more than 1/10. New pace car as well. It's just a generic sedan. I think the Americans call it. Yeah, just a generic car. But yeah, hopefully, obviously, we get the control on the start. As soon as the green flag flies, we can go bolt it. Second place cannot pass us, and they'll be trapped out on the outside. That's what's great. Starting in second here is horrible. Oh, a second just blinked out.
Good luck, everybody. I'm not sure how many people have been in my races, but like the last 4.
Oh, he's back.
There's been some checking
I hope the second just went back to the menu and then went back. I hope he didn't actually disconnect. If he's a blinker, that would be good.
All of your previous races. And am I lying?
Yep.
I mean, pretty much it's been like check up.
Good qualifying.
Big smoke show and shit show.
Hopefully we can convert it into a good race.
Pretty much, but I've never, I haven't qualified this far back.
Keep my fingers crossed. I really like this track. This track is my favourite. So I don't know what it is, but I like it. Obviously, don't hit the walls. One thing I do tend to do, particularly on older tyres on this track, is I just
Takes
brush the
lap these
wall.
tires to get,
With
you know,
this new
sticky.
damage model,
Settle in,
I
we're good to
cannot
go.
do that.
The pace car.
That will cause insta-death. So, that's a no. So I've got to be extra careful.
Yeah, if everyone just gives each other room, it's not really a big deal.
But I'm really pleased with pole though. I mean, as I said,
Too many people
all
want
the
to
practice
dive
you
in
guys
and
saw
get
me
that-
do
Try to
is
get that lead.
only,
Instead,
that's
they just
all the
wreck
practice I've
everyone.
had. About literally 5 minutes before jumping into the
But,
race.
I don't
That's
care.
all
We're
the
finishing
practice I
8th,
had. So,
everybody finishes the race.
because luckily I do
Everybody's happy,
remember.
it's a good race.
I have remembered Southern National. Luckily.
Have to feel pissed off.
Right, we'll warm the tyres up a little bit.
I'd rather
Don't warm them up
last
too
with
much,
no
because it's actually
incidents
better
than
if you start with
first at the
slightly
time
colder
instead.
tyres, because they warm up a lot. So they start colder, you're
Oh,
probably
totally
a bit
agree.
quicker later in the race, because there's no cautions to cool them down. Remember. Right, we've been told to get ready. Now we can't cross the line before green, we'll get a penalty, but we can basically go when we like.
Okay, Morgan. Here
Go.
we go. Green, green, green.
And there we go. Starting in third gear as well. It's a bit of a hack. In what is that guy doing? Okay, there's a guy there who just massively jumped the start.
Three wide.
Yeah, the guy who started 6th. I don't know. He must have a penalty. That was
Oh, they made that wide.
a horrendous jump start from him.
I missed the ship.
Oh, he hasn't pitted, so I don't know. But
Oh,
that looked like an absolutely horrendous jump start from him. Obviously, all I want to do is just break away and then try to avoid any crashes that may happen. You can see, oh, we've already got some wheels. Again, I don't actually know. I haven't tested this. I don't know whether you can hit the wheels or not. I don't know if you hit them, if they get stuck, if they cause damage. I don't know. So I'm going to avoid wheels if I can, just so I can be sure. You never know if there might be a weird bug where they get caught under the wheel and then it sends your car flying or something like that. I don't know. So I don't want to chance
You're in
it.
the
Keep going that slow on the turn, 16. You're gonna
Oh,
need
got a
that
car
going
spun
in.
round here. Remember, no cautions. Oh no. There we go. That's why the city send it was... That's a shame. That's why the city send it was cancelled this week. It was a bug with iRacing's new damage model crashing the game. They said they'd fixed it. Well, there we go, guys. Now, it depends on who else has crashed out. If this happened to everyone, my first place will remain. If it didn't happen to everyone, I may be dropped down the order. Obviously, I won't know. So, yep, there we go. iRacing's crashed. So, that's a bit disappointing. Although the fact that it won't let me join the server implies that it happened to everyone. Again, if it happened to everyone, that's a free win. We've got a free win there. Just doing that, free win. But if it didn't happen to everyone, then we're worried. Now, I think I'll change the plan for today then. I'm going to go ahead and withdraw. I'm going to change the plan. What we're going to do instead, this is something I was wanting to do, is we're going to do some dirt oval. I've just spotted here the dirt car UMP Modified, which is a free included dirt car, is currently at Limaland. And I did intend to do this at some point today. It's some heat racing. It should be done for 10:30 for us to do the GT4s at Hockenheim, as I'm not going to do another street stock. Now I know that that bug exists, I'm not going to do another street stock race. We will just check quickly. Has the whole server crashed? It doesn't appear that all of it has crashed. That's disappointing. Again, if it was only part... Again, though, it could be that it hasn't registered... I think this is just people that are registered. It doesn't, not people that are in the server. So keep my fingers crossed that the entire server crashed. If the entire server crashed, it's a free win. If not, we're in trouble. Right, I'm just going to quickly edit the race schedule so it shows up on here. I'm a little bit disappointed about that, though, really. As I said, it was an issue that had been reported, but it wasn't an issue that I'd come across yet. So I didn't, I've already done 2 races in the street stock, remember this series? Actually 3 this season. I haven't come across that bug. So, again, really, I thought they'd addressed it in the... But apparently it's a bug with the new damage model. Something happens to someone's suspension, and the game can't deal with it, and it just randomly crashes the server. I think in one race, it actually affected everyone but 2 people in one race. So it is a server-wide crash. So instead, we're going to do this. This is heat racing. This is going to be heat racing. I've never driven this thing,
Pit
so
lane speed limit is
let's
48
see.
kilometers per hour. New fastest lap for Fitzpatrick, 15.1.
It's only got one gear, so we can't get too wrong.
Fastest lap for Fitzpatrick, 14.4.
This will be a good chance to get my dirt safety rating up as well,
Fastest
because
lap
this
for
doesn't count
Bolton,
towards, no, it does
13.8,
count towards
P12.
safety rating and iRating, but it's D class. Hang on a minute, have I broken my car? Crikey. I think I broke my car with the with that
okay?
contact on the wall. It wouldn't turn.
The car in front is just
Oh,
posted
race is
at
starting.
14.8.
But yeah, I'm honestly, if I end up finishing last in that race, that will be really annoying, that street stock race. If I end up finishing last because no one else crashed, that will be proper bad. Again, it's not internet related, that crash. It is, you can tell, because if it's an internet related crash, you blink out and then get chucked out. If it's an issue with their internet, again, you blink out and either the whole server will crash or it'll just be you. That was a game crash. It's different. Right, so here we are then. So you've got practice, quali, and then you've got heat 1, heat 2. I'll be in one of those heats. Consolation if I'm slow, and then it'll be the feature. So we'll see what happens. Again, I really like dirt racing. I actually really like it, and normally you have to get to B class to enjoy this car, but quite rarely today we can actually enjoy it. But yeah, these things are wild. I haven't really realised they don't turn very well either. Is that a bug? They get stuck when turning. Oh, I need to assign a button actually to the visor cleanup. I think you need to use the see that they get turning well.
Your quickest overall.
But they don't always get turning very well. But if I brake, look, it sends them into a really good turn. Well, these things are mad.
Your last lap time
Sorry,
was 14.7.
that's 2 incident points. Okay, the gearbox broke briefly there. Right, I think we're okay. I'm starting to get the hang of this thing. Amazing, we're actually second in the server.
Lap for Osborne, 14.4.
So despite thinking that my lap was rubbish, it's actually okay, I think.
The leader has just done 13.6.
I'm getting the hang of it now. Now the track is being kind of rubbered in. I don't know what you say with dirt. It isn't rubbered in, obviously, because there's no rubber, but I don't know what you say in dirt. But whatever it is, the track has come to us, and it's feeling a bit better. Wait. Well, I'll make sure I don't get 2 incidents again for hitting the wall. And then once we finish this race, we'll actually be able to see the results of our street stock race pretty easily.
You've just done a 14.9.
I'm enjoying in heat events on iRacing. You get 5-minute practice rather than 3-minute, and I really appreciate that. So I think I figured out how you slide this thing well. I think you have to feather the throttle round a corner to get it to turn, and then you can just, drive it like a regular dirt car. I'm car number 3 on iRacing in here, but obviously my iRating will probably be seriously wrong for dirt oval because I've only ever driven dirt street stocks and dirt legends. I've never driven anything else.
The guy behind has just done a 14.0. That puts you 0.6 off the leader's pace. Inside clear. Car in front's lap time is at 13.9.
No. That's 2 incidents again. This hasn't been great for our safety rating, but hey. In terms of our lap time, we are actually only missing 0.3 of a second, so I'll take that. Only 0.3 of a second, right? I just need to make sure that I've got a button assigned to clear my visor. There. That's now done, so I don't have to worry about that.
There's traffic behind, take
Oh,
care.
that was a bit dumb.
Look out for the pit speed limit. car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Watch your
I got
speed limit
stuck
in
on the pit
Watch your
limits
mirrors. There's
thing.
a car approaching.
What do you mean unsafe pit entrance? How was that? I didn't enter the pit. Is the game okay? Unsafe pit entrance. I didn't enter the pits. Oh well.
There's traffic approaching.
Right.
Watch your mirrors.
Whoa, this thing doesn't behave very well when first getting off the line. Obviously, these things will be rolling start, remember, so it won't be quite this bad.
Got one inside.
Oh, I got another 2 incidents. That's not good. Well, 6 incidents in Corley. That's not good. I don't care about my dirt safety rating that much, to be honest, but still. I got no livery on this thing, actually, either. I've just got a nice, but very, very stock livery. Right, qualifying. We only get 3 minutes for qualifying. That's a first. I like
Pit
that.
exit is clear. Push now. We've
Keeps
got
it nice and
2
quick.
laps to get the job done.
And I'm just going to try and get this thing round a few laps. I don't really care how fast those laps are. I just want to get them done. And if they're good laps, they're good laps. If they're not, they're not. No, I hit the wall. See, that's what I don't want to do. If I hit the wall, that's it. So I've got to make sure I don't hit the wall. No, I've messed it up, No, no, no. Oh, that's such a shame. I was on for a really good lap there, and then suddenly the car just went straight on. So that first lap was amazing, a 13.759.
Watch your oil temperature. It's
Which,
pretty
to
high.
be fair, wouldn't have given us a very good lap anyway. Remember, qualifying don't matter that much. We do actually... it's actually how we do in the heat races that matters, but I would have really wanted to qualify. Disappointing that. They didn't even get any incidents, it was just little taps. Oh well, never mind. Hopefully this will be a bit better. Now the results for the street stocks, I don't think they'll be through yet actually. I don't think they'll be through for about 5 minutes. But honestly, I am keeping my fingers, I'm just keeping everything crossed that it was a crash that affected the entire server. Because as I said, if it's a crash that affected the entire server, it's a free win. Because I was in the lead when it happened, so therefore I will be given the lead. But if it isn't that, then I'm in trouble. And I'll probably lose a lot of iRating for being car number 1. So I'll be sending a complaint email to... I sent many complaint emails to iRacing, actually.
Okay, Morgan. Your engine temperatures are looking better now.
There's a bug with... I was testing out VRS Sprint as an AI series. Like, I made it as an AI series to test it out. And the AI, they must, like, take tyres or take a full tank of fuel after half an hour, because I jumped all of them in the pits. I gained, like, 20 seconds in the pits because they had a stupid strategy. Honestly. I do wonder about iRacing sometimes. There's some things in it that are a little bit... I mean, come on. I mean, how expensive is this game? And they're messing up things like that. I mean, I was watching the Porsche Esports Supercar All-Stars race from last night. You know, the one that all the streamers are in. So, like, Jimmer and Dave Cam, they're all in it. And professional race driver Tony Kanaan, I think he was going side by side with Emery. And she hit him, which didn't actually hit him. It was netcode. And he just got flung down, like, Rouge into a wall at Spa. And it's like, seriously? Like, it was terrible netcode. iRacing needs to work on netcode. It's really bad, their netcode. Really bad. It's just like, how are we supposed to have fun races? Okay, apparently there's not enough of us to have Heat 2. It says there, Heat 2 has been skipped. So, we're all in Heat 1. So this is an 8-lapper. And then it's going to be the feature, which I think is 10 laps or 30 laps, 20 laps, something like that. But remember, there's also the consolation. So that is for the bottom 2 drivers, I believe. So as long as we don't finish in the bottom 2, remember, out of 12, we're actually starting P8. Oh, that's made me so happy. You see the guy in car number 1, Vance? He was in the street stock race with us. He was in P2. So that means he also got crashed out.
The track temp is 17.
Oh,
Celsius, 8 laps.
That's made me happy. If he was also affected, there's quite a good chance that a lot of other people were affected too. Well, we'll see then. That's kind of made me a bit happier.
Follow the pace car in the inside column.
Knowing it wasn't just me. Oh dear. To be honest, I'm going to mess this up. I don't even know how to drive these things properly. Again, I thought I had to brake under safety car then. Crikey, I thought I had to brake under safety.
Yes.
Safety car just got flung. It seems actually, even though I'm supposed to be starting 8th, where's the rest of them? Where have they gone? They're missing. They've had an issue under the safety car, look, they're 6 seconds back. I might get a penalty for passing under yellow. Which is obviously not under yellow, like before the race starts. Oh, starting.
Go, nail it.
I messed up that start badly. Oh, I messed that up. Right, come on. The track hasn't been worn in yet. I don't know how you're supposed to drive these things when they haven't been worn in. Look, I'm steering full left and they don't turn.
P7.
What's wrong with this car? It won't turn. My car's broken.
Inside's clear.
The leader's just done a 13.4.
There you go, the car's turning now, we're okay. What was that? Anyone have any clue if that's a bug or whether it's just something I'm doing? I mean, it's fixed setup, so I can't do anything. Setup wise, I can't change any of the gear ratios or anything.
Your lap time was 13.7.
But yeah, this car just stops turning.
Inside line, you got one. Clear on the inside.
Okay, Morgan, push now. We can
Oi!
catch this guy.
Coming up on the inside. Clear
Ouch!
low.
That guy just hit me.
That's half distance. You're looking good for fuel.
What?
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 1.0.
Whoa, this guy's slow. He must have had an incident getting off that corner.
You got one right side. Outside line's clear.
Oh, wait, that guy's just... What was he
You got one
doing?
inside. Clear inside.
He just hit me. We're actually interfering with the leaders here. This isn't good.
Last lap.
Right side.
We're on the last lap now. Man, this thing won't turn.
Right side.
Sorry,
Outside
it won't
line's
turn.
clear.
I don't know why this has happened.
How are you doing?
Right, we crossed the line. That was a mess in 9th.
P9. That's the end of the race. Bad luck, mate.
Alright, I mean, my safety rating is going to be dead after this. Because I've been... Obviously, it's dirt road, so it doesn't matter too much. Sorry, mate, for hitting you there. I didn't... Honestly, this car won't turn sometimes. I'm new to it. I intended to do street stalks, but the game crashed. Sorry. Oh well. Right, 30 lap feature race now, and that's it then. It's over. So hopefully the track has worn in a bit now, so that the car will actually drive. I don't suppose whether right forward brake connected. What does that do? What does that do, I wonder? I wonder if that does anything. I'll see. Yeah. I'm a bit cross about, yeah, I don't drive very well in these things, clearly. My issue is they don't turn. You turn left and nothing happens.
Is 17 Celsius, 30 laps. Make them count.
I mean, literally nothing happens. You turn left, boom, straight on. It's just like, what do you do in that situation? Like,
You need to catch up to the guy ahead.
it's lack of experience is what it is. I mean, we'll do this race, and then we'll have a bit of a break, actually. I don't think it will quite be 10:30 when we
Need to
finish
catch
this
up to
race.
car number 4.
I don't know how you get this thing to turn, I honestly don't. Whether you need to, like, hold the brakes, maybe? I honestly don't know. Maybe you need to steer less. Is that the trick? Steer less rather than more? I know... Obviously, the street stock's quite different to these things. These things
Alright,
are leaned
Morgan,
over
get
on
ready.
one side.
Go, go, go.
On your right. Clear up high.
So they turn fine right now. That turn went okay, but then occasionally they just don't turn. What is it? You got to fling them round before you enter the corner? There. Oh no! Wait, there was cautions in this? There's cautions in here? Wow. I got caught up in that. I didn't mean to. Been told to pass the 6 car. Yeah, there was a big... I did not know there was... Oh no, have we been trapped a lap down? After that, I got trapped in first gear. Yeah, okay, we can pass the pace car, good. I didn't know there were cautions in this. It's only a Class D series, so there shouldn't be cautions. Well, there we go. I don't think I've got any damage. I hit those guys very light. But we'll see.
The leader's pitting now.
Wait, someone's pitting? Why are they pitting? They must have damage. We've got a fast repair in this series, so they can use that. Right, this is the outside line. Apparently, well, I'm not used to how weird the brakes are in this. Yeah, people are pitting. Look. So we've gained a couple of positions there, which is nice. Wait, do the laps get frozen under caution? They do. That's weird. So the laps get frozen under caution. I didn't know that. Does that mean they're technically not a lap down, or are they still a lap down? I don't know.
8th place.
Help. Help.
Car inside, keep high.
What is
Inside clear.
this? Why does that happen? Oh, great, that guy's just turned into me.
That's the fastest lap.
I don't know what I'm doing.
20.0.
I honestly don't know what I'm doing. All I know is my safety rating is going to be dead after this race, but hey, it's dirt oval and we don't care.
The gap behind has now decreased to 12 seconds.
I think it's about what you do with the throttle. You've got to try and get the RPMs right, but obviously, I think if I'd done this setup, I would have wanted the RPMs slightly different, but it's fixed setup. Oh, come on! That's another incident. This has not been good, this hasn't.
P8.
Obviously that wasn't, I couldn't have controlled that, he just stopped in front of me.
The gap to Martin ahead is increasing. It's now 6.7.
You got one right side.
See, I let the RPMs drop. When you let the RPMs drop, this thing just doesn't turn anymore. It stops turning. Right, I'm going to stop interfering with these guys' races.
Coming up low side. Clear inside.
I'm in P8 out of 12, let's remember. No, I'm not going full throttle as much. No, you got to go in. You got to be on the throttle when you turn into the corner. That's how you do it. You've got to be on. No, I was too much on the throttle. I hate this car.
Coming up on your clear up high. Coming up.
Oh, that guy just hit me.
They're on the inside.
Well, there you go. My safety rating is going to be dead. I shouldn't have done this race, should I? These cars are literally undrivable. I mean, what do I do? What do I do here? I'm literally going as slow as I can, turning left. You know what, I'm just going to pull out of this. I don't care what losses of iRacing I get. I don't want to ruin someone's race. Forget that. Well, there you go. I've officially probably lost an entire level of dirt oval license there. Oh, no. So, sadly, it was only... Well, in fact, actually, people, you can see here, only 3 cars successfully finished. It was just about when it happened. 90 iRacing, you kidding me? I lost 90 iRacing. That's not on. And that guy, look, up there, look, because he was car 18, and he was really slow, but he was the only one that didn't get chucked out the server. So he gained 110 iRating. What a joke. 90 iRating I lost. Does that happen to other splits as well? That didn't happen to those ones. What happened to this? Oh my word, this one was even worse. Literally one person finished. Everyone else got chucked out. Wow. They're appalling. What's wrong with this? Okay, I'm not doing any more street stalks, that's certain. They're totally broken. Wow. That's a bad bug. That's not good. I'm not doing any more of that UMP modified stuff either. Wow, that's a bad bug. I'm a bit disappointed about that. My overall I rating was really good. But there we go. I lost 90 I rating. I gained some safety rating. I didn't get any incident points, so I gained a little bit of safety rating. Honestly, disappointing that. I got off to a really good start as well. And then we literally made it 4 laps. And then boom, game crashed. And then on lap 27, there was another lot. Lap 20, maybe that was an incident. More people then on lap 12. Lap 13, there was more crashing. Yeah, literally 3 people finished. 3. So, I ain't racing any more street stocks, even going into the new season, until that is confirmed to be fixed by iRacing. I'm surprised they haven't fixed it yet, to be honest. Now, this has obviously caused a bit of a mess up with our timetable. I'm surprised people are still racing the street stock, to be honest. Is this happening in all splits? This one was okay, look. This one was alright. This one was okay. Although saying that, maybe not. This one was alright. So it doesn't seem to be happening in many races. It's quite rare that it happens. That race there looked a bit dodgy. But yeah, it's totally broken, whatever's going on. So, oh well. Well, I don't know what we can do now, because I've actually got a bit of a break. Until I want to do the tin top tussle at 10:30. Well, you know what? Let's just get some practice in. I've never been round Hockenheim short in the GT4. I've only ever been round it. I've only ever been around the Grand Prix version. So we'll give it a go. Yeah, that was not good. That wasn't. That was not fun. I shouldn't have done that dirt race with no practice. I honestly thought those UMP modifieds would just be like street stocks but faster. I was wrong. Very, very wrong. Oh well. I don't mind. Again, dirt oval license, I don't care what happens to it. It's D-class, nah, I don't care. I don't do much dirt oval racing. I do it for fun. But the oval license, I'm a bit cross about. I mean, 90 I rating, just because... Again, I'm going to send another complaint to iRacing. They've probably had enough of me by now. In the last few weeks, I've sent 3 support forms to them. Well, this will be the 3rd. So they're probably a little cross, but hey... It's their fault. They shouldn't make a game that keeps crashing, should they? Or has issues. To be fair, that street stock issue, I honestly thought, because I saw some people complaining about it, and that's why they took down the City Send It, but it seems to have also affected the street stock series. I didn't think it did, that's why they kept it up. But obviously it's affected a bit more than that. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm having a quick look now on the iRacing forums to see if anyone's reported anything else. Yeah, people have kept reporting on it. Yeah, apparently it happens after a big wreck. People were reporting it yesterday. Yeah, there you go. So it appears that it's happening to lots of people. Someone reported it at 4 AM this morning, last night. So yeah, it's lots of issues still going on. So unfortunately, it does seem like the bug is still here. Yeah, there you go. So they're going to have to do something. I'm hoping they'll roll back the new damage model on the street stock or something. I'm surprised they didn't come across this issue, to be fair, when they were testing it, but never mind. Also, hang a minute. One thing as well is someone's reported the M4 GT4 is actually quite undrivable. and they are going to be modifying the baseline setup soon to make it more drivable. But before they do that, there was actually some hints, there's some help tips given by the guy who makes the setups, saying, so for now, more wing angle. So these are the changes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new setup. So we're going to go new setup, save current setup, sprint, V2, fix, drive, issues. And this is what's recommended by the guy who does the setups for the BMW on iRacing's forums. So they're free setups, obviously. Let's have a quick look. So they're just saying more wing angle. So where's the wing angle? I'm useless, obviously. Wing angle. So we want to use more downforce, more grip. So 5 is more downforce. We want a little bit more downforce. More forward brake bias. So brake bias, we're going to move it forward to make it a bit more stable under braking. That's needed. Wait, hang on, it's the percentage of braking pressure to front wheel. Oh, so if we actually want to modify it to about 58%, and increasing the ARB stiffness to make it easy to drive. So, want to put it on its stiffest setting, and there we go. I think that's it. That's about it. Apparently that is what's good enough. So, save, and hopefully that will make this BMW drivable. I said it does. It's not. I mean, it's okay to drive. To be fair, I haven't found it too horrendous.
Pit lane speed limit is 50
but
kilometers per hour.
It has had some issues. Has had some issues. So, hey, there we go.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line.
Right's clear, good job.
Black flag. We'll need to pit to serve the penalty.
Okay, so that guy just, yeah. That was also because we had to get an MJ pit entry because of how he was doing there. So, but remember, iRacing doesn't count in this race, so even if it goes horrendously wrong, we're not too bad. Now, what do you do on Hockenheim short then? So you go, oh crikey, I didn't expect the turn to be that soon. This is interesting. I've never driven around this bit of Hockenheim. These are totally new corners to me. I've only ever driven around the Grand Prix bit of Hockenheim. This is, I mean, the national circuit is actually the same circuit, just cut out. This is a totally new circuit. I've also driven the national circuit on other games, but I've never driven this mode. Oh, here you go, and then we get chucked back out. And this bit I know. To be honest, these changes have not made this car much easier to drive, I'll be honest. I mean, GT4s aren't the best cars to drive in iRacing, but, you know, I'm only doing it so I can preview Hockenheim with you guys on the stream, and also because it is good fun to get some practice around Hockenheim.
You got one right side.
I also, it's an unranked race. Oh my word, I'm not used to that. Oh, that's gonna take some learning, that is. I'm not used to there being a corner there. I'm really not used to that. Okay. Right. On the curb, and then... Okay, so we're doing okay. I'm beginning to learn the track now. It's not going slow enough around here, but I always thought it was second gear, that corner, but because of the downshift protection on this M4 GT4, you have to go slower to get into second gear, so therefore third gear is quicker. And I'm actually really good through this last complex of corners. I've really got them nailed. I mean, I think they're going to have to cut back. That last corner, you can really cut it. And iRacing doesn't do anything.
P23.
Now, lots of people are going to be in the McLaren, obviously.
Okay, Morgan, you need to watch the track limits.
That's going to be the car of choice, the McLaren. So, I don't own the McLaren or the Cayman. The Cayman's apparently the best to drive and the quickest, actually. It's apparently quicker by a good second, according to some people. And that is because of the fact that they haven't done a BOP. So in GE3, the BOP is bad, but it at least has BOP. This doesn't have any at all. So it's an absolute nightmare. It does basically mean that all the cars are just spec to how they come out of the factory. So obviously, if some of the GT4s are naturally quicker than the other ones without BOP being applied, then obviously that car will just be quicker. The Cayman's definitely more nimble as well. I've driven the Cayman in test drive, and it's a really lovely car to drive. It feels a lot better
20.
than the BMW, that is for certain. It feels much nicer. You can cut quite a bit of that curve as well. Right, I think you brake by the beginning of that apex. Yes. So when that apex begins on the left, that's where you brake. I'm getting the hang of this circuit then. You can go a bit quicker through there. Obviously, going quick through the corner is much more important than getting a good exit around that corner, because you're immediately chucked into another corner anyway. And in this section, I'm obviously a bit quicker at, because it's what's normally used. No! That was about to be a lap that actually counted without an off track. Oh, I just went wide. That's a 106.9, so I don't know how good that is.
That's your best lap in the session. You're now 2.3 off the pace.
Got a good exit out of there by taking a different line. This is actually a really cool little circuit, this Hockenheim short. It's interesting. Overcooked it a bit into there. Although in the end, the faster corner speed that we brought actually gained us time, so it didn't impact too badly. It's cool, honestly, the BMW does feel pretty bad through there though. Again, the BMW is the car that no one really drives in GT4. The only reason I'm driving it is literally because it's the only one I own. I bought it for the BMW 12 Challenge. Because I don't really have a lot of interest in GT4. I don't mind the cars, but they're nowhere near as good as GT3.
P19, good lap. That's your quickest so far. You're currently 2.1
So I cut an absolute ton of that chicane.
That was at 106.
Not chicane, like first corner. I had no problem with me cutting that much of it. Anyway, it's about getting a good exit out of that corner. I'm starting to figure it out though. But P19 at the moment, I don't know how many people there are on the server. Remember, if the server's mostly made up of Caymans, then we will automatically be a lot slower. Oh, the Cayman's lost it up ahead. That is one thing though, the BMW does tend to actually be a little bit more stable than the Cayman, although that's only once it's got warm tyres. The BMW is horrendous on cold tyres, so I guess it kind of balances out, right? Because even though we get a rolling start, it's quite a short pace lap here at Hockenheim. It's literally the last sector. That's all you get as a pace lap.
V14, that's your best lap in this session. That puts you 1.5 off the pace.
Yeah, I've got a good exit out of there. Come on, McLaren, get out of the way. You just come out of the pits. Oh well, never mind. Doesn't look like they're going to do that. by falling their line, we actually gained a lot of time there. I mean, I expect this McLaren to eventually get away from us anyway, because it's better around these tyres. I don't actually know about McLaren. I've never driven it, because obviously it wasn't available in test drive. It wasn't even out, actually, in the last bit of maintenance. They didn't release it as part of the main season, the McLaren. They just released it last minute. They were kind of like, hey, iRacing members, surprise. Here's a McLaren that we didn't tell you about. It was a surprise. McLaren held me up in the last sector there. 6.3 now.
P16, you're now 1.7 seconds off the leader's pace. That lap time was 106.39.
So slowly but surely I'm getting there with lap times. So maybe it was quite good we got this little bit of practice in before the race. Obviously iRacing and safety rating don't count, so to be honest, with these Tin Top Tussle races, you either get through the start and have a fantastic race, or you don't get through the start and it's over in 2 laps. That's basically what happens in these series, and most series that are like this on week 13, it's basically all of them are like that. I'm amazed by how much you can cut that curb as well. Yeah, that McLaren seems quite slow for the last 2 corners. I can gain quite a bit of time on it. But so it's a 6.2 that one.
That was at 106.27.
What's my best yet?
On your right side's clear.
I've actually done a 6.1. Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
On your right's clear.
Braking for that corner. I've got a cone stuck underneath my car. I've got a cone trapped underneath my car. I think it's free now. Oh!
You've got the track.
Did you guys just see that going off the cone? Oh, someone in the Cayman's binned it. Up there. I'm just going to park it here and get some clean air. Just like the GT3 BMW, this thing doesn't sound that good. Although I think it might sound a bit better than the GT3 BMW. I suppose how different the insides of the 2 BMWs look, because they're both M4s, remember? The GT3 and the GT4 BMs, they're both M4s. So they should be fairly similar. I'm pretty sure that BMW don't use an M6 for GT3 anyway. I don't know, that's the one I've seen when watching like GT World Challenge Europe. I'm pretty sure they use an M6 in that. Okay, good exit out of there. Actually, no. It was good corner speed, bad exit. Well, actually, even now. Man, these GT4s, this car at least is not good around that corner. Since I've done those setup changes though, this car does feel easier to drive, but more difficult around that one hairpin. Just that one corner, it doesn't feel very nice. So you can see I gained a lot of time there, because on my previous lap I was held up by the McLaren doing that section, so I'm much quicker through there than any of the other cars. Or at least a lot of the people.
That's your quickest lap in this session. You're currently 1.4 seconds.
I mean, if I can get the other side of the circuit correct, then maybe I could be on for a good warm. I've got a good exit there. This guy ahead's actually P4, so I'd expect him to start pulling away. That's annoying. Lost a lot of time there thanks to that guy. What I'm amazed by, this guy's apparently in 4th and we're staying glued to the back of this McLaren. So either he's not in 4th, no, either he is in 4th and he's just on a slow lap, or I'm not on a quick lap, because I'm slower than previous. Oh, got a McLaren off. That was close.
Left side's clear.
Yeah, this is good. I do really like Hockenheim. I think it's an absolutely amazing circuit. I'm getting some good practice in here as well, which is nice. I'm starting to understand that corner a bit better now. How is this guy ahead of me in P4, by the way? I'm honestly quicker than him, and my lap times are not that quick. Now, in terms of qualifying, I'm not going to bother using qualifying fuel, because it's only a couple of litres, like 15 litres difference. And since I've done all my practice on race fuel, I wouldn't mind keeping it, you know, the same. Oh, there you go, you can actually cut that a little bit, look, and it's way quicker. Actually, Hockenheim is pretty forgiving when it comes to track limits. There's actually not a lot of track limits that you can get around here. There's running wide here, and then there's running wide in turn 1. Don't!
Okay,
that was annoying.
Watch these track limits.
I've done a great lap, but it won't save in my counter. 5.8, that was.
P17.
Yeah, it jumps us up to P17, that does, that lap. What is the best time someone's done round here? A 4.2? Crikey, they must be in the Porsche. They must be in the Porsche. I haven't actually seen a single other BMW yet.
Car right side's clear.
Right, I'm going to come into the pits now. I've never actually done a pit entry at Hockenheim. You won't need to during the race, unless we get damage.
Car left. Keep it steady, still there. Clear left, good job. Clear left.
What's your speed limit in the pits?
There you go, we're here, in the pits.
Box in, a 5.
Right. And what I'm going to do is just grab a look at the results from that last race we did. So you can see safety rating and iRacing both took a dive. That was expected. I didn't care. To be fair, I didn't actually lose as much safety rating as I thought I would. So I'm not very good at that. Let's just say that I'm not very good at dirt oval racing. In well, at least that car. Lap time is pretty average. I can't compare people's iRating because unfortunately we're all just marked as Division 1. So I can't actually compare different iRatings, but safe to say these guys are just too quick. I don't actually recognise anybody's names. If I could recognise some names, I could probably like maybe compare them. Right, just quiet there for a little bit. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and change the race schedule so it no longer says that we're doing UMP modifieds, and it just says that we're doing the Tin Top Tussle. So, there you go. Good. So, we should get called into the server in about 1 minute, so I'm just going to chill out. I don't actually recognise anybody's names, so I can't compare lap times, but it looks like we're pretty average. A 1 minute 5.8, and the slowest decent lap time seems to be about 1 minute 7.4. So we're 1.6 seconds ahead of that, and we are 1.6 0.6 seconds behind the best. So, and again, that is the first decent time, like average time, is probably about a 5.6, 5.5 actually. Let's say 5 point, and then it starts getting more spread. 5.0, I think 5.0 is the very best you can expect to get. And then this guy's got poled by like 3.5 seconds. Remember, he could have cut the track in this thing, as long as you didn't get a slowdown on your lap. I think even if you do get a slowdown, but you use it up, you can actually still count a lap in practice. It doesn't matter when you get incidents or anything. That best lap I had incidents on it, didn't it? Yeah, my best clean lap is a 6.1. Hope I can do better in qualifying, because obviously I was actually being held up by some people towards the end there, so maybe we can get a good quali lap in. Again, it doesn't really matter. iRating and safety rating don't count, and to be honest, the start of this race is going to be chaos. So I've done 2 tin top tussles. The first one went really well. I got P7, really good race. I was actually a bit off the pace as well, but really good race. And then the second one, doing quite well. I was back mid-pack again, and then 2 Porsches in front of me did a synchronised spin, and I just knocked them. Literally just touched one of them, and that was enough to totally knock out the steering of my car and get a meatball. So, hey, I think the new damage model's bugged. They haven't even added it onto the GT4s this season. It was always on the GT4s, but it was so bugged. I mean, literally just the smallest of taps and my steering just went, and boom, meatball. So, not good. So iRacing's got some issues with their new damage model. Like, I like how the new damage model looks, but it doesn't seem to work on any car they put it on. Whenever they put it on a car, all it does is cause issues. It's all it ever does. Right. Here we are then. Oh, someone just got kicked out of the server immediately after joining. That isn't good. Check our V2 spread. Oh my word, we're car number 1. Well, that means we must be in split 2 then. Or, of course, car 28, 44, and 888. They all have custom numbers, so therefore they might be quicker than their number suggests. But we'll see. Hey? Oh, hey, I wonder if we can get a win. I doubt it, but, you know, worth a try.
Exit's clear. Push.
We're car 1, so we're in prime position. Oh dear. We're not going to win if you do that. Not going to win if I do that. So that was quite a bad knock. Not about the same knock as I had on that Porsche. And this car's steering is fine. Oh, see, iRacing's new damage model is so broke. It's not even new on this car. That's, as I was saying earlier, it's not actually new. Like, this car had it last season. I think it's had it since it was introduced. But hey. I'm just waiting. If they ever introduce the new damage model on GT3s, I'm waiting to see the carnage that will ensue because of it. Wait. Okay, maybe the car's a bit damaged. Also, I was on cold tyres. That was it. All my practice was done on warm tyres, so. But remember, safety rating don't count here, so we ain't too bad. Right, going into quali then. You know, I'm not going to use quali fuel. I've done all my practice on this certain fuel, so.
Pit exit's clear. Push. Okay, Morgan, we've got 2 laps. Let's get this done.
I've got 2 laps. Let's try and warm the tyres up a little bit. Because these GT4s are horrendous on cold tyres. Right, let's see what we can do here. Got a good launch. not really. Obviously don't run wide, because remember, incident points, even though there's no safety rating, it will still invalidate our lap. So, because I know technically this is unofficial, a lot of people don't bother qualifying or whatever. I actually want to see what I can do. Weren't the best through the first corner there. Obviously we're on cold tyres still, so the car won't behave quite how I want it. To get the best lap in, we are going to have to wait, I think, to lap 2. That's when the car will be better. Wasn't the best through there. And we can cut a lot of this. And a lot of this as well, you can cut them quite a bit. And we get a pretty good exit, not too bad. And not a bad lap that, it's a 6.4, 6.3 actually.
P4, you've just done a 106.39.
Well, it's only enough for P4. Need to really try if I want to get that good lap. Remember, I am in the BMW, so I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. So some people estimate on the forums that it can be worth about half a second to up to about 0.8 of a second a lap in the Cayman, which is actually quite a substantial amount. That's what people say on the forums anyway. That's what they had when they compared the two cars. Because obviously they both drove them. They drove both of them. Obviously I don't have that tool. I don't have the availability of driving 2 GT4s and seeing which one is quicker, because I only have one. Again, iRacing has said they're going to bring in some BOP, so we'll get better. Get a really good exit from the last corner, so this lap is going to be about a 10th better than our first lap.
Just done a 104.92 P5. That last lap was a 106.
I mean, someone did a 104.9, so we weren't going to get pole. Actually, we're right towards the back with that lap time, so not bad. Well, it's bad, but because obviously not many people qualify, so I would have wanted to get a 6.0 if I could have. My optimum is somehow a 5.5. I don't know why it thinks that. I don't think I'm capable of getting a 5.5, but where does it think I'm losing time? Everywhere, actually. It thinks I'm losing time everywhere. Apparently about a 10th per sector, roughly. 1 to 2 tenths. That's annoying. Right, we're right in the middle actually, P7, so I'm kind of pleased with that. Obviously, we'll have to see who else is in the BMW. As I said, the Porsche is apparently very dominant, and then the McLaren people, apparently the McLaren is in the middle. The McLaren is slightly quicker than the BMW, but it's slightly slower than the Cayman, so we'll see. But I think pole is probably going to be a Cayman. We'll see who the highest placed BMW is, if it isn't me. I might actually be the only BMW in here. People have learnt that the BMW is useless, and they've stopped using it. That's why I didn't see a single one in the practice session. People are like, oh, this car's rubbish, don't get it. But sadly, it is the only one that I own. Actually, done okay in quality, to be fair. We're in the top half, more than top half in that, and that second lap we did was enough to jump us from P9 to P7, because we did a 3.9... Was it a 3.95? Yeah, we did a 3.94, followed by a 3.05, so a 3.94 would have put us 2 positions lower.
0 incidents.
Just knocked a button on my wheel, which triggered crew chief. Never mind. Oh dear, someone did a 1 minute 16. That isn't good. How did they do that? Somehow, car 13 is the one that's done the one with both 4.9. Maybe they're using a custom setup as well. I'm not using a setup, remember. I'm just using the Sprint V2, and I've just done some of the recommended changes that iRacing will be doing to their baseline setup shortly. So, I'm in the disadvantaged car. So apparently, if you're in the Cayman, it is worth about, on average, 5 to 7 tenths in a lap. So those 105.5s, that's probably where all the Caymans are. That'll be the Caymans. I'm quick for a BMW. I'm not just moaning, because they do have a genuine case. They have genuinely said that apparently the BMW is slower than the other two, and the McLaren's a bit slower than the Cayman, and that it does need a BOP adjustment, which it will have. So hopefully that will happen at some point. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Right, 1 minute to go. P7 out of 16. I'm really pleased with that. Most people have actually bothered to qualify. 2 people actually. So car 13. Oh, what? The guy on pole disconnected. Why? Well, there you go. So the guy on pole disconnected. He didn't get kicked out. He did just disconnect. And then car 16 isn't here. So car 16 hasn't qualified. Oh, that's the guy who did the 1 minute 16. Don't blame them for disconnecting. With a lap time like that, they probably thought, oh, I'm not ready. Nah, I'm out. That's probably what they thought. So, don't blame them. Really don't blame them. Also, guys, I did a flight in FSX yesterday. I went from Heathrow to Chicago, and the game didn't crash. So, I think you can see some more FSX, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, FSX it's a good game. It's because there's not much long-haul stuff for X-Plane.
That's the end of the session.
Although, the
7th
Chicago
position.
scenery I had a missing runway, and it was only 3 years old, the scenery, so that wasn't great. Right, let's go to the grid then, and then we can finish off this stream then after this race. Disappointing stream it's been, really. It's not been great. You can see McLaren's all around me, so clearly the McLaren is actually quite quick, although there's a lot of some McLarens behind me. I don't see a BMW anywhere. It doesn't surprise me. As you can see, everyone's testing out the McLaren. It's the new toy, so obviously everybody's going to be in it, aren't they? There's a Porsche ahead of me as well. But yeah, not a single BMW, which really doesn't surprise me. You can see how wide the BMW is, actually, because if you look ahead, I'm not in line with the cars that are ahead of me. So this car's pretty wide, which is interesting. I'm pretty pleased with P7 though, out of 19, pretty good. We're on pace at least. And then it's quite a short pace lap round here. It's actually a bit of a longer pace lap than the GP circuit gets. The GP circuit only gets the last set, so we've got a little bit more than that. Right, is this pace clock gonna go or what? Some people haven't loaded in.
P7, the track temp is 39 Celsius.
Because some people like to start from the pit. I don't get why. I really don't get it. Like, I mean, safety rating and my rating don't count. So even if it goes horrendously wrong this race, it doesn't really matter. I don't see a single BMW anywhere, by the way. In the front, we have McLaren, Porsche. Or something like that. So basically, a lot of McLarens. We're actually remembering P6 as well, because the leader hasn't loaded in, he disconnected. So we're actually P6. So these guys are all warming their tyres, I don't blame them. It is needed in these GT4s. You start in second gear in this thing, because first gear you need to be horrendously low speed for it, so second gear is what you use. Just warm up the tyres a touch. As we saw in qualifying, having cold tyres is a menace in these cars. An absolute menace. And remember, people will treat this race like safety rating and iRacing don't count. They know that fact very well. So you're allowed to run over curbs. There's no incident DQ limit or penalty limit. You can get as many incidents as you want. Right, come on. Green flag is out then, I guess, or not yet. Is the leader going to get a penalty? Oh no, they're okay. I think they were okay.
15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Oh, we've tapped the Porsche. No, Oh, they broke a bit more than I expected. Say sorry to him. He just broke more than I expected. Oh, actually, it turns out we missed
So we go.
a bit of chaos there. I think someone forgot to brake. Yeah, we've been, they said thanks. So he means thanks for that.
I forgot the track.
Our car's actually okay though, so that's alright. And we've actually managed to avoid more carnage up the front of the field, so that's
Disappointing start.
not
Let's
too
get
bad.
this
Yeah, they
place
just
back.
broke way more than I thought they would in that first corner there. That was... I think it was on me, although I can't tell whether that guy broke more than he should have or whether something else happened.
Right side.
Oh, someone else has been punted off there.
Right
Oh,
side
we've got
clear.
McLaren rejoining the track in the middle. Yeah, so there you go. As you can see, lots of carnage, as is expected. Whoa, he's almost shut the door on me, that McLaren. That was a little bit
He's on your left side.
weird. Okay, he's actually just...
Still there.
I think he's just going to give me the position. I don't know. No, he isn't.
Hold your line.
The McLaren's obviously quicker down the straight, clearly. We're actually only back to P12, so we've only lost
P9.
5 positions from where we were supposed to start. Obviously, I technically started P6, but... Actually, no, we're P9. We only lost 2 positions. Wow. We haven't got any damage either, so we can just continue like this. So I'm very happy for that. I think, to be honest, that start might have been a bit of a blessing in disguise, because I think we've avoided all the carnage that happened. Oh, McLaren here spun round. Don't hit me. Oh, he just took out the guy behind me. That was... Honestly, hold your brakes when you spin. I mean, obviously there was a car there. He's just taken out the whole field now behind me. Wow. As I said, people treat this like safety rating and iRacing don't count. That's how they treat this race.
The leader has just done 105.64.
So these have just got away now. I'm into P8, which is actually pretty decent.
P8. Your last lap time was at 107.20.
Whoa, these guys up here are swerving all over the place. Oh, crikey, that guy was coming out the pits and he just got murdered. And I just managed to sneak through all of it. Wow. How lucky did I get there? I just turned right, I just snuck through all of this. Is what I get so cross about this, but I get so lucky when iRacing doesn't count. Why does this happen to me? It was just total luck. I just turned right in hope, because that's the only place I could go, when they just so happened there was no cars there. And now I'm in 4th with a massive gap over the car behind.
Should be about 22 minutes of fuel remaining. 1.1 litres per lap.
Does mean that we are in for a bit more of a dreary race now, thanks to...
New fastest lap for Marsh. 105.15.
Although I just noticed, my overlays have disappeared.
P4, you're pulling away. The gap behind is now 6.6.
My overlays have disappeared,
Slow down a bit
guys.
if you don't want a penalty.
They gotta fix that now. I don't know how that happened. My my overlays have disappeared, so I've... How long was it like that? How long was there no overlays there for? I don't know how long that was like that. Apologies. I wonder how that spot seems. Okay, my OBS has gone weird. It hasn't loaded in the race schedule either. You'll have to live without without that bit, the race schedule. I'm getting quick around here though. Those guys behind will definitely be catching me. That is certain. I'm going to try 3rd gear around there. I think that's quicker. I think 3rd gear is quicker. You know what, let's bring up the versus all-time best lap.
Let's make sure we can take
And let's try and improve our best lap
10
times.
minutes to go.
I don't normally bring it up in a race, but why not? But these races are reminding me that I do actually quite like GT4, and it's quite a nice class to drive. I mean, even the BMW, which can be a bit dodgy at times. I mean, those changes on the setup definitely helped, but... But it can actually be quite a nice car to drive at times.
You've just done a 106.26.
Yeah, third gear through here I think is the one we want. You get a much better exit. Gap behind is still 5 seconds, so we've maintained that. I'll be well happy with 4th place. Oh, we're a bit wide there. Not good. Still figuring out the braking for that. Yeah, considering the BMW is also often branded as the slower car, it's pretty good. I mean, we got lucky with Carnage, I think, didn't we? That was where those main group positions come from. We were in a big group of people, and then the entire group got wrecked. Just not me. Somehow.
That was a 106.94.
Oh, I thought you could cut that. Oh, wait. No. Oh, I got on that curb far too much there. No! I got on the curb far too much. But in the end, we're actually still in 6th because everyone else is a lap down. Yeah, I just got a bit too much on the curb. So there you go, good to learn. You can't go on the curb there. So we're into 6th, but actually that is the most we're going to drop.
Halfway home, we've got plenty of fuel.
Because everyone else, literally everyone else is a lap down. That's crazy. What has this race been? Just been everyone dying. Stupid. Got caught on that curve then. Wait! Ow! I think I just hit my finger on a bit of my yoke that was... I was trying to catch the wheel and I just knocked my fingers against a bit of my throttle quadrant. And yeah. Ouch. Never mind. We've lost quite a bit of speed in a straight line now, actually.
Come on, start concentrating. The gap to Becker ahead is increasing. It's now 5.4 seconds.
Yeah, we've lost a lot in a straight line, I can tell. I'm not going to pick for a fast repair because there's no point. It's a very short race, and obviously, you know, there's only 6 minutes left, and we're a lap ahead of the next car, so we're not in too much of a rush. Again, look, stay in 3rd gear through there. Definitely, in the BMW, 3rd gear seems to be a really good gear to be in, even though it's maybe a bit of a fast gear for some of the corners. We are absolutely dead in a straight line, though.
Stay between the lines, please, Morgan.
Oh, the traction control was having some issues with that corner there. Didn't like that. Okay, so look, if you don't cut the curb too much, it's fine. But you can see, look how much time I'm losing in a straight line. I got off track for going on that red curb. Wow. I don't think you can get off track for that. But yeah, my car is pretty much toast right now. In a straight line. Look at the best versus like straight lines. Yeah, toast basically.
Five minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. Wait till your apex is.
Whoa.
Wait for the chances to come, mate.
Power left. Still there.
Well, he's got an opportunity to let that guy by.
Clear left side.
Yeah, honestly, this BMW doesn't like curbs too much. It doesn't like them. It just tries to spin whenever you go near them. Only 4.5 minutes left. I'm getting a toe from this guy. It's actually a little bit better in the straight line, although you can still see this is the best. It's still quite bad. Oh, that McLaren's gone off ahead of us.
You got one left side. Clear left. Good job, buddy.
Oh well. But it's a fun car, this fun track. I won't be driving GT4s in the main season, so something a little bit different, I suppose. Right. So we're not setting very good laps because this car is basically dead, but
7.45. Sectors 2 and 3 are 0.6.
you can actually cut a bit of that green curve. I didn't think you could cut any of it. You can go over a little bit. Oi! That McLaren behind us is dangerous. He spins out and then he just rams me. I mean, I know I'm going very slowly because my car is quite damaged, but still. This car doesn't like any kind of raised curbs or anything. It just tries to spin every time. Looks like the guy behind is dealing with his own battle now, so...
Okay, Morgan, you've used half your fuel. That lap was at 107.25.
My car's become a bit more damaged as it's been hit more.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
So... although I think now he's fighting, I'm actually breaking away a little bit. And now the tyres are warming up, the BMW does start to feel better on warmer tyres. So that's kind of evening out the damage. Well, not quite as much. You can see on a straight this thing is still appalling. If we were on the Grand Prix version of Hockenheim with all the long straights, I think we'd notice, oi! Those guys are just taking each other out again. It's terrible. Luckily they avoided me. But I'm really pleased with the 6th place. I mean,
the car in front of us is now.
Could have been more if we didn't make that mistake. Again, you know, this is kind of the idea of these unranked races. You get to learn the car when you're driving a bit more, and learn the track crucially. I'm doing a endurance at Hockenheim in a few months, so it'd be good to start to pick up the track. Because I am part of FTR's, FTR Esports' GT3 Endurance League, so that's starting up in a few weeks at VIR. They said we run the Zolder event I did, but yes. Again, if someone's in the chat, I apologise I haven't been talking to you. I haven't been able to look. And then when I do look, that happens. Not good. No one's been in the chat anyway. On to the last lap now, finally. Whoa, this car is not good. So this car is pretty much dead. It isn't driving very well.
We've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. One more to go.
But since I span, I haven't spun again, so it proves I've learnt. Maybe. No! That was close.
He's on your left
I thought,
side.
hang on a minute.
Clear on the left.
What was that? That guy just came past me and just rammed me out of the way. That's the same guy that said sorry twice earlier to other people, like on 2 separate occasions. So,
Marsh is now leading.
we're doing alright though. I'm pretty happy with that. It's P6. It's the best race all day, to be fair. All our other races have gone absolutely shocking, so...
P6. Okay, it's over. Good drive.
And, you know what, let's just chuck it into a wall. Max speed. There we go. Just for some fun. There we go. Well, there we are. That was a fun race anyway. Made doing iRacing this morning worth it, I think. We lost. Obviously, the dirt oval, I don't really care. The lesson I got out of that is I don't like the UMP modified. But the bit that disappointed me was that that street stock race. That was going to go so well. That's why I did this stream this morning, mainly. Was so I could just do 2 quick races in the street stock. Maybe get a little bit of iRacing, possibly. But really just have some fun around Southern National, because it is my favourite track on NASCAR, on the ovals. So, hey. Oh, well. I suppose I'll be writing an email to iRacing now. My 3rd in the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks. Been like, hey, what's this about? So, maybe they'll do something, maybe they won't. But all I care is that they know it's an issue. And hopefully they'll resolve it for the new season. If not, I will not be doing street stocks this year. Not this year, this season. I'm not going to be doing street stocks if they don't fix it. So I will have a quick look on their schedule. I've got the schedule saved on my computer, so I'll have a little look. What do they do first? Because obviously, if it's a track that I don't own, they're at Thompson first, which I do. It's a free track. But I'm not going to do street stocks much this season. I'm going to probably come along for Southern National. They're at Limelock Park at one point, so I'll probably join in with that. But I'm not going to do a lot of oval. I'm going to focus on the NASCAR iRacing series, because I bought a couple of tracks for that now, so I'll be able to do that a bit more often. I own Bristol Dirt. I've taken a NASCAR around there. It feels amazing. I love it. So looking forward to that. And Talladega, that'll be a good one. I bought that, so that's good. I bought Darlington because they got the full-length race there. And a couple, not this one, it's the other Darlington that's full-length. I bought COTA, that's for VRS, just so happens it's on this calendar as well. Charlotte Motor Speedway, that's the Coke 600, so I'll be giving that a go. That's for certain. Is it still called the Coke 600? I know they change the sponsorship names all the time. It is still called that, right? It's a pretty amazing race. The longest race on the NASCAR calendar. It is still called that, right? Yeah, it is still called the Coca-Cola 600, so we're allowed to call it that. Anyway, hope everyone enjoyed that. Hope to see you in the next one. And I have no idea what happened to my race schedule. It just disappeared. And it somehow switched over to other game streaming scene. I have no idea how it did that mid-race, but it found a way. Hope everyone enjoyed that one, though. I really enjoyed it. My Discord has crashed. I've had it open. No sound, though. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. Hope to see you in the next one. And a bit disappointed about the iRating loss, but hey, it's week 13. It's a bit of fun. My overall iRating was really high anyway. I'm not as bothered about it as my road iRating. And the safety rating went up. You know, plus safety rating. That is, you know, obviously it could have been way worse. I could have been doing the race and it wouldn't have crashed. I could have got taken out by a lap car. I would have lost about 130 iRating rather than 90, and I would have lost safety rating for the incidents as well. So hopefully, hopefully that's what would have happened in that race, and I wouldn't have won it. But we'll see. Hope you guys really enjoyed. I'll end the stream now with the background music and the end screen. Bye bye.